All right, it's the rundown, November 3rd, presented by Rocky Boots. It's November, the weather's getting colder, it's boot season. For over 85 years, Rocky has been building the world's most rugged boots and apparel. From the job site to the campfire, Rocky boots and clothing are built tough. I think we have a full spectrum of representation. The job site, the campfire.
Right. The
cowboy out west.
Cowboy.
Mending fences. Not a metaphor. But they're built tough, they're comfortable, you can wear them anywhere. Now, Rocky is introducing Work Smart, rugged outdoor workwear that is more comfortable than anything out there. If you're working outside, you gotta have the gear or you're gonna freeze to death. We were on Most Dangerous Game Show. It gets cold out there if you don't have the right gear. Yeah. Whether you're a working man, like myself, or you're just comfortable in manly clothes, like Tommy Smokes, work smart and see how comfortable workwear can be. Rocky Rugged Outdoor Heritage since 1932. How many years is that? 90? Damn. Go to rockyboots.com and enter the code RUNDOWN at checkout for 25% off your next pair of boots. Like I said, it's boot season.
Yeah, it's kind of become what people know about me. They're like, oh, Tommy Smokes, like you see that guy that's always wearing comfortable workwear? And I say, yep, that's him.
It's like, why is he always wearing that comfortable workwear?
Yeah.
He's not working.
Yeah,
He's just comfortable.
He's just comfortable in workwear.
Actually, I need to get me a pair of Rocky.
Billy, you're a guy who can pull off like a construction worker like shirt. You can stolen valor from a construction worker and it passes.
I can steal valor from everyone. I'm like the village people. I can wear like all those get-ups.
You're all the village people in one.
Yeah.
Last night, World Series, the Phillies got shut out. There was a no-hitter pitched. What a shame to see the Phillies get no hits.
When they were popping,
Who are you guys rooting for? You guys have no allegiance to either.
I'm rooting for the Phillies, one, because I don't like the Astros, I don't like the Mets, and I think it would make them miserable. And more importantly, I have a future on them on the Barstool Sports book.
Okay, yeah. Where your money? Where the money's at?
As a Yankee fan, I hate the Astros, and our dude Max, producer on PMT, is just such a diehard Phillies fan. It's so awesome to see him get hyped.
Oh, ball game, baby! There's something special going on at the bank. We're talking about the Fightins. The Fightins. Sad.
But that kind of swayed my commentary on the Phillies game 2 nights ago when they were popping off with home runs. I was low-key like, this is a lot of home runs. They're going to run out of home runs statistically.
You only get so many, yeah.
Correct the mean, and we saw that last night.
Phillies seem like they're like the magic team, and I feel like it'll
That
run
was
out.
their first home loss, too. So now it's like that's, but I mean, obviously they have to win tonight,
So
otherwise it's over.
The Phillies got shut out, no-hitter. They suck, they stink. Are they dead?
No. It's
Smitty,
just,
you want to come give your opinion on that?
They got too many
alright.
home runs off. They should have just won with 3 runs 2 nights ago and then saved some runs for last night. But they didn't. They busted them all.
I'll say this guy Christian Javier is like the most underrated pitcher in baseball. Like he combined to no-hit the Yankees this season. He almost no-hit them again in ALCS Game 3. He's unbelievable.
Look, the fact that Dusty Swamp-Ass Baker started Lance McCullers over Christian Javier in Game 3 will cost the Astros the series. Guaranteed. Javier, if he pitches again, he's not going to be on normal rest. He's the best pitcher on earth. He probably should have started Game 1, but Verlander, he's almighty except in the World Series where he's like 0-7 and has like an 80 ERA. He pitches again tonight. Don't worry about it. The Phillies are 2-0 in bullpen games. Got Noah Syndergaard tonight. I'm liking it, Billy.
Quick question, Smitty. What's the Big Sean is mid about? Just
what isn't it about?
So what does Big Sean have to do with this series?
What does life have to do with the series?
I've been seeing the shirt. I want to know the background behind it.
It's a factual shirt.
Okay. In Phillies colors.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is Big Sean from Houston?
I think
he's a Detroit guy.
Yeah. I'll never forget Thanksgiving Super Bowl. It came out the halftime
I was gonna
show.
say
why are we talking about
world?
That's my church.
It's just I don't know. I think it makes sense. You don't.
Yeah,
Okay, Big Sean's mid.
he's mid.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are the Phillies mid? We'll find out tonight.
Find out.
What
Well, it's the
score
World
prediction?
Series. It's Phillies, Astros. Big Sean is mid.
Score, are you streaming it? Are you going to be at the game?
We will be streaming tonight. Myself, Roan, Kate, Jeff Nadeau, Tico, all in the cave. Eagles,
Yeah.
Texans, Phillies, Astros.
Yeah, what are the
Thursday
odds
night
of that?
football.
It's big
Is
time.
this a trap
Had to
game?
get a rain out for it both to happen same night.
Is this a trap game for the Eagles? Does it end tonight? There's no way the Texans can beat them, right?
Eagles are going to roll. But if I had to choose, if the Eagles should fall for the Phillies to win, 100%.
Well,
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Should be a good night, right, Billy?
Sure, yeah. I'm down.
I'll say this. I hate the Phillies. Hate them, hate them, hate them. I'm a Braves fan, so I hate them.
I respect the Braves.
Yeah, but seeing all the video from inside the stadium, all the Phillies fans going nuts, respect the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah.
What an atmosphere.
It's
That
a
looks
college
awesome.
atmosphere.
Yeah, it's great.
And lest you forget, the Phillies were shut out into the 9th inning against the Cardinals, down 2 runs, when the Cardinals were 90+0 when leading by 2 runs going to the 9th inning with their 100-mile-an-hour Dick Slinger on the mound. The Phillies were done and buried when your Braves beat them 3-0. They got 3 hit that game in Game 2 in the NLDS. In the LCS, they were also done when Aaron Nola gave up a 4-run lead to go down, or excuse me, to tie the series 1-1. So they're obviously dead tonight after they got shut out.
Are we still bothering Mattress Mac? I think we should leave him
That
alone.
guy. That guy's off his cracker.
I saw Roan tweet last night that he hand smacked a kid.
You know, Dave had a good point. Something had to give there. When you're betting $15 million and you're in Philly, like, if you want to let loose a couple fuck yous, like, okay, man.
He had $15 million, and he still doesn't care as much as Philly fans care.
Fact. Well, he's hedging. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
Smart. Might be the nicest guy in the world, but he's
Gave,
allowed to say a couple fuck yous.
gave away a bunch of free mattresses to veterans in Philly, so
Yeah.
not a bad
Good
guy.
guy.
Did you end up stealing one of those mattresses? You
No.
get in that line?
No, I didn't.
Did he really
Not
do
from
that?
Philly. Yeah, that's what he did the day before the game.
Just like on the streets in Kensington? Like,
I'm not sure. I think
it's not housing, just mattresses?
I think he was
I think
delivering
that's a
them.
little bit more of a slap in the face.
Billy showed up with Kate's veteran card. And be like, hey, score prediction for tonight for the World
Over under
Series.
7.5. Verlander gets beat up in the World Series. Phillies have a bullpen game. I think it's a 9-5 victory. Phillies.
Wow.
I think being married to Kate Upton.
Over is definitely the play. Over 7.5.
Being married to Kate Upton really zaps any of your drive to achieve anything because
Oh, yeah.
what are you gonna
He's
do?
winning another Cy Young this year.
He does. Yeah, he does
ballot
well.
Hall of
I
Fame
it just
pitcher.
Yeah, but like
bright lights.
but that's why he chokes in the World Series. He's just like, he's just like, if I lose this,
People don't talk enough about how much he's choked in the World Series. He has a ring, but like he should be known as Curtin Clayshaw if he doesn't do it tonight. It could be his last chance.
That's Curtin Clayshaw.
Tommy, would you say that?
Whoops.
Would you say people don't talk about how he sucks in the World Series? 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I
kind
mean,
of think
he-
people know he stinks in big
He
games.
is so, but he is so good in the playoffs usually. Otherwise, he was good. He wasn't good against the Mariners, but maybe I'm just biased because he kills the Yankees every single time he plays
Yeah.
against the Yankees. So in my mind, Justin Verlander is like,
Well, you can't play the Yankees in the World Series if you play for the Tigers and Astros.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, past, 2012 for the Astros.
yeah, true.
Because the Astros were in the NL. Always double baseball.
If we ever get a question of what team used to be in the NL,
Brewers.
yeah.
Always double baseball. Moving on to soccer. No, moving on to
No,
hockey.
hockey.
Shit. Well, Ryan Reynolds, who already owns a soccer team with the guy from Always Sunny, Mac, he wants to buy the Ottawa Senators to keep them in Canada, which I think is awesome because I know the Seattle Supersonics move. That'd be so devastating if your childhood team just moved
Yeah.
and they didn't exist. So he's going to keep them in Ottawa. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, I like it. This is noble. I was saying the other day, I think more. I mean, I don't think Ryan Reynolds is a billionaire, but I think more billionaire and super rich people should buy sports teams and just put themselves in every. now and then.
Is it a good thing for a fan of the team to buy the team?
Yeah, I think so.
That's definitely something. But also, why hasn't a Canadian hockey team won the Stanley Cup?
Haven't
Would
the
it-
Montreal isn't
Like in a while, you mean?
Yeah, like in
Yeah.
20, 30. Like, why is that happening?
Probably just sheer random.
probably because back in the day there used to be 8 teams.
I just don't
and now
understand
there's
how.
a ton.
Yeah, wait.
1993
Was the last time,
year the Canadians. There's just not
Yeah.
that many.
Yeah, 30 years.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, but
They have,
still,
20
statistically,
so
they should win one
Canada-
every 5 years.
Canada's the best, hockey country. Like, it's their sport. Why don't Canadians play for Canadian teams?
Well, it's not their choice. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess unless a free agent like Tavares went home, but a lot
Why'd
of
the,
it, it's
why'd
just
the Raptors
drafting.
win basketball?
Who knows?
Right?
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, smaller roster.
Damn.
No, I researched it. It's because of the taxes. No one wants to pay Canadian taxes.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
all the
got-
free agents don't go to Canada.
Thanks, Trudeau.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking up your hockey teams. That's the
I
only
thought
thing you got going
the
for you.
Canadian what is it, Muskie or whatever the fuck it is, was worth more than the dollar though. So it's like you want Canadian dollars, stronger.
But they take more of them away.
Maybe there's just so much
Right.
pressure. Maybe you're playing for a
That
Canadian
free
team.
healthcare.
They die. They live and die for you, and you have all this pressure to bring a cup back up north, and you just can't perform.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if it'd make I don't know if it'd make a difference if it was like fan owned. If a fan would just
I think it helps. I mean, like if you
want
look
them
at
to
Steve
care.
Cohen and the Mets, like yeah, a lot of people would say he's the largest SEC fine in history, and he shouldn't be owning a team. And technically, the Mets haven't done anything yet or accomplished anything since he's owned them. But you could argue that he definitely cares and is putting more money into them now, and
Yeah.
like it will make a difference.
and the Braves are owned by Turner for a while, and he was like a fan. He was spending a ton of money. He wanted to be successful. And then they went to like an insurance group where it's like owned by a bunch of people. And I feel like when it's owned by a
They want
bunch
a
of people,
profit.
that's a corporation. They just want to profit. They don't
Yeah.
care about the fucking sport. So
Yeah.
you definitely want someone who cares about the sport. But I was just wondering if like a I don't know, like if Dan Snyder's not fucking, he doesn't care. He's just
Dan
cares
Snyder's a
about his
Dan
team
Snyder
because he has
fan.
the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope more fucking normal people that like care about sports. I guess Ryan Reynolds is a normal person. He's a celebrity.
What if like a bunch of super fans of a team not just like a
Green Bay
bunch of
Packers?
fans of
Yeah.
a team? Yeah, but like
Green Bay
then you
Packers.
elected one person to be the owner who makes all the decisions. Like, because even the Packers have a real owner, like whatever. I'm talking you get a majority share of the team, and then you democratically vote on someone.
Well, you need
Yeah,
money.
they'd have to.
Yeah, but you pool all your money together. You get like
I know, but-
I don't know, 1 million fans.
You need about like 1 million.
A million
people.
fans give $1,000 each.
No,
That's $1 billion.
no.
That's $1 billion.
Yeah, but aren't teams like several billion?
Guess
Yeah.
it depends on the team. Yeah.
Like, I think the Braves are one of the only publicly traded major sports franchises, and that worked out for them.
I
Recently.
don't know.
Yeah.
I thought the Green Bay Packers were the only publicly traded. You mean
No, like this
that's
is
publicly
like
owned.
on the stock.
Like on the stock market.
You can
Yeah, I
buy
didn't know that.
stock in the Atlanta Braves.
I'm pretty sure if we look it up.
Let's check it out. But
Whereas like the Packers is more of just like you own a share in Larry, the goldfish.
would you, if you're a fan of the New York Yankees, Tommy, you
Yeah.
go there and you just suck ass and you're horrible. You're the worst thing to ever happen to the Yankees.
Wouldn't
would you
happen.
would you kill yourself? What would you do? Like,
No, I
would
mean,
you-
if I really felt like I was being a detriment to the team, I would step aside.
Would you still
for
be
the
a
good
fan?
of the franchise? Yeah, but not right away. I'd probably want the next guy to stink a little bit at first because I don't want it to be so obviously
100%, yeah.
that it was my fault. But no, I mean, I'd be a great owner. So.
well, not to switch up the order, but McVay, Sean McVay for the Rams they're talking about him retiring potentially as like Cooper Kupp and all the veterans that won the Super Bowl a couple years ago, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Stafford, all of them as they go out. He's going to retire. They have like no draft capital. All their first round picks are gone. He's 36 years old. That's kind of weird. But
I don't think
retiring.
he's retiring.
So-
I think he is probably gonna step away from the Rams, broadcast. He could broadcast for 10 years.
like a Brad Stevens thing, be like a front office person
and
who's
then
not
come
coaching.
back. I mean, yeah, I'd leave too if I was Sean
Yeah.
McVay. You just gutted them, but I mean, it worked. They won a Super Bowl, so like it is almost an
Yeah, is that a cool like? I mean, Sean McVay's kind of a hero. Is he a hero or is he a villain? 'Cause he just kind of ruined him for the next.
No, he's a hero. He's a hero.
Yeah.
You win a Super Bowl, you're a hero.
I know, but are there who's he a hero to? Like, who are actually Rams?
Well, yeah, that's I guess,
Right.
another.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good point, Billy. Who
Who's
are
he
you a
a
hero
hero
to
to?
if the people don't exist?
Yeah.
You don't have any power if you don't have any people to control. Damn.
I think there's more Chargers fans than
That's insane to me, by the way. That like can't be true. The Panthers turned down 2 first-round picks for Brian Burns.
Yeah, I don't know where the Rams. It seems like they've been out of first-round picks. They used them all.
Cap
in, like,
space,
2018.
draft picks. The Rams have unlimited. I think nobody just checks.
Yeah, they're yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you Sean McVay, we're getting out of there. You think it's a good idea? Be like,
Depends. How much money's he got?
oh, I'm sure he's set for life on money, but like, is it a?
He'd probably
Ego
make
thing,
more
like-
money in like broadcasting. Amazon
Yeah.
was offering him $15 million a year or something.
But as an ego thing, it's like, cause he's only good because he kind of cherry picked a sweet ass team that had a bunch of picks. They gave up a bunch of capital to bring in people, a super team, if you will, and then he just dipped whenever they had,
But does that even
whenever the hard work started.
Does that even mean he's a good coach? If he just played with a super team?
Right?
But I mean,
Is Steve Kerr a
Right.
good
I
coach?
think
Well,
you
yeah.
like it's almost sometimes harder to coach a suit. Like you look at Steve
Right,
Nash.
yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
guys
Yeah.
they can't handle it. The fact that he was able to be the architect of it and make it work is
You got to have
impressive.
that fucking that big dick energy. You got to know how to
Yeah. He's got BD, McVay.
for sure.
Yeah.
You've seen the pictures of him when he's like 14 years old on like the coaching staff with his like gelled hair. Big dick energy for sure. Baggate. There's a cornhole scandal. I don't know if you call it bags or cornhole. Billy, what's troubling you?
I've been covering a lot of cheating scandals lately.
Yes, you have. The
Fish
fishing
cheating.
scandal was huge.
This is, I think, them creating a cheating scandal to bring more attention to the sport.
Absolutely. This is a pretty weak cheating scandal because all that happened was they took beans out of the bags and the bags seemed too thin. It's like, yeah, and like baseball, they use like tack and shit on their fingers all the time. That's a very minor thing. I feel like that's very simple.
Or like it's almost like a deflate gate, maybe.
Yeah.
Deflated.
Yeah.
Trying to maybe it's not trying to give attention to the sport. Maybe it's trying to ruin someone's cornhole career.
Or what if they're just replacing the beans with bigger, denser beans so that they're smaller, but like have the same weight and meet the 6x6, 16-ounce criteria, so that they're like technically smaller by volume?
Yeah, I don't. They want to have a thin. They want them to be thinner, but wouldn't you want them to be like heavier so they go in? They fall in the hole. You want them thin so you can toss it like a frisbee.
I mean, remember when we were cornhole professionals for a while?
What's that?
Back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Cornhole professionals. So we're totally, like...
What I don't understand is, doesn't like the league provide the bags?
I think you can get your own. I think you bring your own. It's like a bowling
Well, that
ball.
seems like an easy fix. The league should provide the bags.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they have random bag checks that are maybe not always done, and now
Bag
they're
check.
looking into increasing the like level of bag checks and doing automated bag checks. And also, what you said about the beans, apparently they do all this crazy stuff like, I don't think they boil them, but like do like weird things to the beans, like soak them in certain things that they believe help the.
Yeah, it's like a baseball player with their own bats. They go crazy to the lengths, like the ashwood they get from Japan. We already did McVay retiring. Oh, Miss Argentina and Miss Puerto Rico are married. They got married. People thought they were just friends after they were seen like at a competition together and pictures and stuff, and they just made a surprise announcement that, hey, they got married.
Stunning
Good for
headline.
them.
I'm happy. I'm happy for them. They are two hot women.
Now,
And I just assume everyone at these competitions is fucking, because they're all hot people.
now, the real question is are they going to live in Argentina or Puerto Rico? That may cause a...
Yeah, that's going to show who wears the
Sorry, I
pants
didn't
in that
recognize those places with
relationship.
your American accent. What'd you say?
Argentina or Puerto Rico?
Oh, Argentina and Puerto Rico? Yeah.
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 Te amo.
Te
What
amo.
does that mean?
That means my love. I love you, I believe. There's a lot of translations for
Gotcha.
it. But
Seems like it.
the crazy thing is I took like 8 years of Spanish, and I used
I
to
took
know
the
Spanish.
same of Italian.
I probably
don't
couldn't
remember
I couldn't
anything,
write a
yeah.
sentence.
I guess they're just... No one can understand what being that beautiful is like unless there's another Miss Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both the center of each other's universes.
They're
I
just-
wouldn't
Look,
mind
right.
marrying either of these women. I'll say it. I'll be brave enough to
I mean,
say
their
it.
hobbies are the same. They like taking pictures of themselves. They like, doing
Yeah.
model stuff. And I'm sure they just are perfect.
I'd like to see them scissor each other's pussies.
I was gonna say, brother, I can't wait till their scandal releases and
Yeah.
the sex tape is out because I'm clicking on it. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure they probably made enough money from their pageants.
what do you think? Don't you ever have to have like a secret talent? It's always like baton twirling,
Yeah.
Maybe
what's
it's
their talent?
scissoring.
scissoring,
Yeah.
singing, or scissoring. But good for them. Love is love. This one was just funny. Just the image of this in my head. Giant Christmas decorations in London got blown over due to wind, and they were just rolling down the street like Indiana Jones destroying things. I love like when you're on the beach and someone's beach umbrella just gets shot up out of the
Yeah.
sand and they have to go chasing it.
Knocks a little kid over.
I love it just because it's such a you can't control.
Yeah, I mean, this is a scene out of a movie.
Yeah, now what is that made out of? I see that it's wrapped in silver foil type stuff, but I don't know what the balls are made out
I'm
of.
gonna guess it's like a rubber, like you know those like exercise balls you sit on.
Yeah, but if they're decorations, oh, so they're like big balloons.
Yeah,
Oh, are they weather balloons? Just
bet they're-
filled up with air?
maybe. I bet they're thick, so they can't like pop.
Like I'm
But-
wondering if you could like fit up one of those and like hit one, or if it's just gonna kill you.
like pop it.
Like just like go push it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think if the wind, it's so big. I think the wind's going hard enough and it's
Yeah.
got enough momentum. I think it's gonna fucking crush you on the sidewalk or on the street there. It's gonna kill you. You're gonna die.
Did anybody get hurt or die?
There was one car that looked like it maybe swerved into a pole. I don't think anybody.
I was not
Oh, God,
expecting
John.
that to be the ending.
Giant Christmas balls. Yeah, Macy's Day Parade. I feel like that's one where a float could get away at any moment, and I love to see that.
Yeah.
Keep the camera rolling. You think they have to go over that? It's like, hey, don't cut away, unless they're NFL. Even when they have like CT, they're like zoom in. So I guess
Right.
NBC
Al
or whatever
Michaels,
is
get
like,
those fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
Imagining this, or did a Macy's parade balloon get stuck on either the Chrysler Building or Empire State Building? Did that happen, or was that in a movie?
I think
I
that
feel like
That visual's in my head, but I don't know if it's
that's
real.
gotta
might have
be.
got stuck on a building, but I don't think it was Empire State Building or like the Chrysler. That's pretty tall.
Looks like Barney popped once.
So a little different.
Macy's Day, 1997. It was a fucking war zone.
Getting in the Thanksgiving mood. Oh no. Oh, Barney.
Yeah, Al Roker's just like, keep it rolling.
Barney. Oh, Barney went down bad.
This has had its fair share of mishaps.
They gutted
I mean,
Barney like a fish.
Whoa, it was 1997. Did I say 97 or 98?
You said 90.
Hell yeah. Whoa, I remember it.
Oh,
I
your
remember it
Macy's
like it was
Thanksgiving Day
yesterday.
Parade.
My mom held me close, looking for cover.
Oh my God. She was in a coma for 3
Oh
weeks.
my God.
The Cat in the Hat put a woman in a coma for 3 weeks.
Rex and
Light
Diana.
bulb.
Is that the Kraft mac and cheese Rex?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Damn.
Fuck.
Jeez.
97 was a war zone.
Sonic
Yeah.
the Hedgehog just dead, lifeless
98.
corpse lying in the street.
Yeah, I
Oh,
remember
since 98, yeah.
the one time I watched The Family, they were like, we're going into a wind advisory. They'll be flown at half mast. And it's very serious, which that's why. But if they want to, if they'd show like Macy's Day mishaps, they'd show
Yeah.
all the bloopers of the parades getting fucked up. I don't want to see the actual parade. That's lame.
Huh?
After show,
Hey, actually, hold up. We got a new topic sent to me. That
breaking news.
breaking news. Jeff Bezos is looking into buying the Commanders.
Good.
Wow.
That's awesome news for the Commanders.
Is he a Commanders fan?
He's a Washington Post owner, so another Washington asset wouldn't be that crazy.
Yeah, and then he could just like put pro Commanders
Yeah.
propaganda
Wow.
all in the Washington Post.
If he
Way to
does
call that
this,
out, Billy.
I want him to create an insane, like, prime stadium where it's just, like, super easy to get food, super efficient, like, you order and then it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
pops open. Like, the piss lines are more efficient for some reason. Like, you can, like, piss at your seat.
I think you just get a drone, just a drone that flies to you, and it can
Drone just drops off.
drops off food, can suck up to your dick, and you
Yeah.
can just pee into it.
Yeah, and just take it away.
That's the most efficient. You don't have to miss a second of the game.
yeah.
Because that's what pisses me off. When you have to go to the bathroom, miss some game, and there's some TVs in the concourse, but they're in horrible.
I want-
timing it, yeah.
I want the stadium to like make us all like Wall-E, like the humans in Wall-E,
Mm-hmm.
just like hooked up to some things, and we're just all on these like tables that like feed.
yeah, where we get our dick sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like he can't spend. I mean, you can't really spend the money on the team in football. Like there's a salary cap, you could go over it a little, but it's not like baseball where whatever you can just spend whatever. So
Yeah.
he's gonna want to spend his money, maybe to make the most futuristic
Does-
stadium ever.
Yeah, does a stadium attract free agents?
Maybe.
There. It attracts a Super Bowl for sure, but
It also says it's possibly in partnership with Jay-Z.
Oh wow.
Jay-Z's involved.
The big two,
Jay-Z
Bezos and Jay-Z.
I mean,
reaching on.
that would actually be
Mooching
pretty
on.
cool.
How is Jeff Bezos though? Why do you even want to partner? Like just buy the whole team 100%
Yeah.
like, in cash.
Yeah.
Well, you need like someone to make it cool.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos is that.
I feel like that doesn't. I feel like no, that doesn't make it cool. Buying it yourself.
Well,
Buying yourself is
no,
pretty
like
sick.
Yeah.
Rock Nation.
But yeah, no, you have Jay-Z like come in later and be like, oh, by the way, Jay-Z does this for us, and it's like,
Right.
Jay-Z. By the way, Jay-Z's the GM. Like, oh,
I think
cool.
It's like, you know, I don't know, but maybe just like Jay-Z would attract Rock Nation Sports agents, because doesn't he have a sport?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think he
Sports
might have
agency?
shut it down, but he definitely.
I thought
did
he
at
was
some
still
point.
doing
Maybe
it.
still does.
But he stopped being like part owner of the Nets because he wanted to do Rock
Oh,
Nation,
yeah,
or
maybe
other way
that's
around.
it.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Beyonce every time at halftime
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. I mean, get a favor from the wifey.
Yeah.
Are they
got-
like
they
still
got kids.
married, or is that just?
No, they're
like
good.
a-
They're
Yeah.
good. Beyonce made
Celebrity.
Lemonade. They're fine now.
Okay.
Yep. They've mended.
Huh. Wow.
Powerball is at 1.5 billion today.
You guys win? I mean,
No, I don't.
I haven't won.
I don't play anymore.
No.
I do feel like I could fuck around and win one day if I played enough.
I bet you could. I bet. you could.
But anybody. Like, I really feel like if you played the lottery every day or
no.
whatever, every drawing,
No,
five
no, no,
numbers,
no,
statistically
no. There are,
speaking,
but
you'd
there's
win it
dudes that do.
eventually.
There's dudes that do that. There's
Statistically speaking, eventually you'd win.
So who like
There's
okay
dudes that do that with like 10 tickets every day.
Yeah.
okay, let's talk about it. You go into a bodega, you buy the Powerball, you win. You're probably gonna end up with $700 million. What do you do? What do you do?
In terms of what, like, do I
Life.
take it all up front?
No, like what do you do
Oh.
in life? Like you just
I don't know. I think
go
that
to
it
work?
must be such. Yeah, I'd probably keep coming in here. I'd make a few videos about how rich I am, probably.
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome.
But like, how does it change your day to day?
I definitely would get a nicer, like, house or I'd buy some penthouse probably in New York City. Vacation more. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd be good at being rich.
But I think you'd be richer than Dave technically.
Yeah,
Would
that's
you
true.
Continue to work for someone poorer than you?
I don't even know if it's like I'd work here as much. Like, I wouldn't be still taking a paycheck. I'd just come in and like I'd be the exotic rich guy that comes in a few times a week and just mixes it up.
Stu
Yeah, basically.
just hops on a couple of things. And like,
Yeah.
ah,
I mean, anyone that works here, if they won the lottery, if they're not coming in the next day, they're insane. Like, you got to
Think of
come
the
in.
con-
yes,
and yeah,
gloat.
take a victory lap, like come in and be like, you. Yeah.
I feel like winning the lottery is very lonely and sad, but that first week is the best. That's the sweet
Oh,
spot.
yeah.
That's where it's awesome.
The only reason to do anything is to rub it in other people's faces.
Yeah, but it seems like everyone who wins the lottery has like problems because like family comes out of nowhere trying to steal money and all that stuff, and they just like, yeah.
I wouldn't tell a soul.
Did you see that one guy who like
Really?
wore this?
Yeah, if I won it, I wouldn't.
So how
tell a
much longer
soul.
would you keep, like, doing all your duties here?
Oh, I do all my duties. I wouldn't tell a soul, but I would just like in the back of my head, whenever anyone was giving me shit, I'd be like, yeah.
But for how long? Like, for the rest of
Billy,
your life?
I
you
think
just,
I think the
I think
day-
that's funny.
You go out party, you sleep in, and you're like, your phone's going off, and you're like, and you just roll. You don't
Yeah,
need to
but
worry
then
about it.
but then if they fire me, that's maybe when I would pull out the
billionaire.
lottery.
By the way,
Yeah.
you just fired a billionaire.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'd put it immediately into an investment fund where just not touch it, live off the interest, just like maybe, buy a house, but like just because then you'd actually enjoy it for your whole life and not just have some like fucked up lottery, loses it all story.
That's what the listeners want to hear. I'd invest it wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be set for life.
But I mean, you could invest 500 million of it wisely and still have 200 million to blow.
True.
If you blow through $700 million, like, you deserve to be poor.
yeah.
If you're managed to do that,
Yeah, but that's like probably buy a couple buildings.
Yeah, but Tommy, you got to spend money to make money. I
Yeah.
know that.
You know what?
Amen,
how
brother.
much is the Empire State Building? How much? Let's
I mean, I'll
fucking
text Tyler O'Day.
how much to buy? I bet. Wait, let's
it's
take
been-
guesses.
It was last purchased
Uh,
I didn't.
1.7 billion.
yeah. Okay.
All right, what about the Chrysler? What about the Chrysler?
The biggest cuck job in history, the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. They built the Chrysler Building like 2 months before the Empire State
I'm gonna say
Building.
Yeah,
building because it's gonna be cars.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe we could, if you could afford the.
Oh wow!
Oh, Dude, I'd buy the fucking
$150
Chrysler.
million for the Chrysler
Dude, that's
building?
nothing. That's fucking.
And with like rent prices and stuff, you just make that back in no time.
Yeah, dude, that is nothing. Yeah, I'm buying the fucking Chrysler.
Would it be a flex if Dave bought the Chrysler building to compete with Tyler
There's
Day at the
no
Empire
way
State
it's
Building?
$150 million.
Yeah.
Said it was during the recession. I think it was kind of weird circumstances.
Oh, so it's even lower than that now.
No, it's got to be higher.
But it says
Where my
concerned
politics-
about the
I'm saying we're in a really bad time.
last
We're
one-
in a really bad
nice,
time.
nice, nice.
It was purchased in 2008
Thanks,
and
Sleepy
sold
Joe.
for a fraction of that, 150. Must have had a lot of debt. Yeah, no, I'd fucking they bought it for 800 million. Now it's going for 150.
It's the worst
bro.
investment ever.
With the projected rent from 41 million projected rent by 2028, you can get that financed. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm buying the Chrysler building.
All right, Billy, make a couple phone calls. Look into
Yeah.
that after this rundown.
Yeah.
Once I get the money from the.
Put a phone call into Dave. I think this is one that's worth it.
purchase. The Chrysler building.
That's good. That's a good purchase. See, that's fun. That's what people
Yeah.
want to hear. They don't want to
Yeah.
hear about
But
investing.
then I'd have
Vanguard
550
account.
million left that I'd throw in the Vanguard account.
Yeah.
But I'd still work here and not tell anybody that I own the Chrysler building.
Billy, you're spending a lot of time at the Chrysler building.
Yeah, don't worry
What's up
about
with that?
You guys want to go to dinner in the Chrysler building tonight? And they're
I
like,
know a
"Why?"
guy.
What? Like, yeah, just tell
You
me
walk
about
through and everyone's like, Billy, like they're bowing down to you.
What's a pitch for the Chrysler building you can give in like a 2-second pitch for people to reason why people should go to your building, your Chrysler building? What are you gonna have at your Chrysler building that others won't?
It's pointy.
I mean, it's already
It's
pointy.
the-
I
Yeah,
definitely want to have offices.
Sharpen-
No offices in my
No,
Chrysler
only
building.
party floors.
Yeah, fun and games and
Yep.
different stuff like that. No offices.
Yep. And when you walk in, the security guard goes, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any cocaine. He just
Right,
goes,
right.
"Huh?"
He's got sinuses.
Everybody, you walk in and everyone pretends like it's the 1920s Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
everyone has to role play great. Like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm out now.
And then you're
I'm
like
out. Sounds like a bunch of theater kids.
the boss Tweed walking in.
I'm back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rediscovering America.
Oh,
Your
Mincy.
roommate Mincy.
Mincy, let's get a pitch why people should watch Rediscovering America.
Well, it came out last night. Mincy was the king of the South. He needs to get his groove back.
I got crapped on a lot for a solid 50 minutes. We filmed that right after, times were getting a little hard in the office, and we definitely played on that theme. But man, Corey Rutledge and team, the production just spectacular. One of the coolest projects. I'm usually on the gambling content. I hadn't been on anything like that. So much fun. And at the 48-minute mark, the Labatt-ism, the scene where I got
baptism.
Yeah, when I got egged and Donnie baptized me in the all white in the muddy Mississippi River by the lovely LeBear's Penn property in Baton Rouge.
It is beautiful. It's a beautiful scene. It was a religious experience for me, and I was just watching it on a screen. So you were supposed to go there to get your groove back. Do you think you got your groove? Do you feel it?
I feel I got my I feel I got my groove back.
Billy, you're his roommate. Have you been able to notice a difference since he got back?
He's been walking with a swagger lately.
Big dick energy.
Yeah, it's something,
I feel pretty good these days, boys.
Hell yeah.
Can we talk about your big announcement?
Yeah, we're gonna hit that on here too. I used it with that, but I'm moving back to New Orleans full time.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was
Leaving
fighting
Billy and
with
Whitey.
roommate?
Beginning of 2023. So I'm gonna be up here the next couple months. But
Beginning of 2020?
yeah, I'm gonna move back to New Orleans. Gonna build the South. Take Barstool.
Yeah, that's in like a month and a
Taking
half.
Barstool Sports to the people of the South, baby. That's what I'm here to do.
Q1, boots on the ground in New Orleans.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Do you have like a place there set up?
Yeah, I already got a house.
Starting January 1st?
I can stay there now. I mean, I was told I could move now, but I want to finish out the rest. I was told I could move down there now if I wanted, but I'm gonna finish out the rest of the year.
Who lives in London but just lets him use his house, right?
Yeah, it's great.
I heard they were
Uptown
gonna
Nola coming back, right on the parade route too.
They're gonna let you live in the Penn property. Would you live in the Penn property?
Not New Orleans.
No.
But part of the idea is like not just me being in New Orleans. We just have a Barstool Sports book that just opened at LeBear's Baton Rouge, an hour away. LeBear's Lake Charles, where I'm going this weekend for Run's gambling tourney. There are plans to build the Barstool Sports book in Margaritaville, Bossier.
Yeah.
I want to be doing live shows with Megan, all these things. We're gonna take it to the
Yeah.
people, baby.
Would you ever do like a promotion at one of the casinos where you live in like a glass case for a week? And it's
Glass case. What kind of glass case?
it's
Everyone
breathable.
can see you like you're
like a terrarium.
human exhibit.
It's like it's a model of your room.
That's a good idea.
the price is right. I definitely every man.
Oh, the price would be right.
Every man's got a price.
Maybe regain your crown if you stay in a clear case for a week.
Ben, our lease is
sorry.
till July. What?
I got to figure that out. So we hadn't figured all that out. But
How are we?
Oh wow, this is a real thing. I
didn't realize you guys hadn't talked about this. Are you guys on the same lease?
no, we're across the hall from each other. But we miss Billy and Whitey. But I'm just so stoked though. When I got hired here 2 years ago, Dave said, you can stay in the South, or you could come up here. I knew this was a very big opportunity for me. I had 3,200 followers on Twitter. I knew I needed to come up here and built a lot of relationships, and it's been great. And now it's time to the next thing is building the South.
So you're glad you came to New York?
100%, man. Yeah, I don't think if I'd have stayed in the South, I might not even still be at Bart. I wouldn't have been it wouldn't have worked near as well as it has. And got 3 years.
How often are you going to come back here?
I'll go back. Well, probably every 6 or 8 weeks, I guess.
Oh, all right.
In Chicago, there's direct flight, direct to Chicago too.
Okay, so moved back to Boston. He was like, "Yeah, I'll be there every weekend."
Never
said
came
6
back.
to 8 weeks, and he never came back.
I don't know
He said
what's
6 to
going
8
on with
weeks.
Barstool with Chicago. I'm just gonna go where I'm told, but I still want to be.
Missy, I trust you. You, if you say you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it.
Yeah, the Nola
Rocket.
gold mine though. Mardi Gras, Jazz Fest, Saints, Pelicans are blowing up. We're already involved in Hawks of the Cause. We've raised a lot of money for child cancer.
Absolutely, Team
We're going
Portnoy.
to build on all that. I'm so excited. It's the low point of my life was early 2014 in New Orleans when I fired through a big poker bankroll and kind of crawled back to Ole Miss on my knees and finished school. And ever since I left in early 2014,
This is Rediscovering America, yeah.
Yeah, in early 2014, I knew that the Nola redemption chapter still needs to be written in my life. And, I never thought Barstool would happen. I always thought I might be the sports radio guy down there. But 8.5 years later, I'm going back and get to use Barstool to shine light on all the great things in the community. So
Yeah. You're a preacher for the word of Barstool.
yeah, we're going to do it. It'll be
yeah.
fun. Lucky to have the opportunity.
I feel like
What's happened at Pick Central?
I feel like I've missed enough days on that show, and they've still gotten by that. I think they're going to be.
Gotcha.
they're gonna be
That's
okay.
Walker's problem.
Yeah.
does True Detective take place in Louisiana?
Yeah.
I feel like whenever they're in that tent with the preacher and stuff, I feel like that we're gonna go down to Louisiana and Mincy's gonna be under one of those preaching the word of Barstool.
Not the Bible, the
Barstool Sports book. Yeah.
The good book, the Barstool Sports book.
You get $10 back on your first bet or whatever they're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mincy, that's awesome. Rediscovering America went out last night. You can check it out on the blog, YouTube. Donnie, Nick, KB, the people who shoot it are incredible. So everyone on there is very talented. Check it out. Thursday night football, Eagles versus Texans. Who you got?
Man, I can't lay 13.5 on the road in pro football. I just can't do it. It's just like rules. Road favorites over 10's too much.
Right.
So I'm taking the under, but if I have to take a side, I'd take Houston in the points. Just can't do it.
Is it worth it to bet Houston money line? Is that outrageous? Is this a trap
pro
game?
football, you never know. But
It's Thursday night football.
Jalen Hurts is from
undefeated.
Houston, so he may have something for the hometown. Jalen Hurts going back home.
How is he in big games?
Is this a big game?
I know, but how is he? I mean, he's going home. He's going.
Yeah.
When you're home,
Every
that's
game's a big game
for
now
him.
for the Eagles. They're undefeated,
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
to stay undefeated.
Big night. It's wild. How does it
Pressure-only
work out
Bills.
where Philly and Houston are playing NFL?
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is like some, some
Wonder if that's ever happened before.
Red Sox.
Frank
wrote
Red
blogs
Sox,
about it.
Patriots.
Okay.
It's happened before.
Yeah, Red Sox. But Red Sox Patriots was.
Fourth time since the merger. That teams in the World Series are
Yeah.
the fourth time since the merger that teams in the World Series are playing on the same day that teams in the NFL are meeting from the same cities. Happened in 1975. Bengals and
Reds.
Patriots played while the Reds and Red Sox were playing Game 2 of the World Series that day. 2009, it was the Yankees and the Phillies while the
Giants, Eagles.
Giants Eagles played, and 2011, everyone forgets this one. St. Louis Rams and Dallas Cowboys played, and then after the game across the parking lot, it was the Game 4 of the World Series, Texas Rangers, St. Louis Cardinals.
Now, what about has the basketball teams ever aligned the same? Not in the World Series, but ever.
There was that.
I'm pretty sure there was a Philly-New York trio when I was in 5th grade.
Well, the 1980 calendar year, 1980, I'm talking Super Bowl 81, which was January 81. The 76ers Flyers, Phillies, Eagles all played in the championship. The 76ers lost the NBA Finals to the Lakers. The Flyers lost the Stanley Cup Finals to the Islanders. The Phillies beat the Royals in the World Series, and the Eagles lost to the Raiders in Super Bowl 15.
Yikes. 1 out of 4.
Huh.
Sports Encyclopedia.
Damn. Off the dome, too. I'm trying to think, is there anything else?
North Korea, Japan.
Oh, yeah. We got
Oh,
missiles
right,
blasting
that.
by.
That little thing.
Well, I mean, you already said, I was saying if there's a nuclear attack, if a nuclear missile went off in like North Korea, would you show up to work the next day? You guys said if you won the $1.2 billion, you'd still show up to work.
No, this one, I'm heading to the hills, probably the Great Lakes region, best freshwater source in the world. Getting out of all blast radiuses. I'd still work remote, but it's not worth the risk. If one drops, it's like, probably 2 weeks from the whole world being kaput. So
Yeah, New
Really?
York City's probably not the best place to
bro.
be.
even if like
Wait, what do you mean if one drops?
if
Like-
one drops, then another's gonna drop
No, drops where?
anywhere. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter what. It's
Gotcha.
a mutually assured
But
destruction.
even if they're shooting them off into the ocean?
Well, no one shot one into the ocean. Like we blow them up. Like
Gotcha, before they...
yeah.
Okay.
I saw if there's like 5 nuclear bombs that go off, like it would destroy the world now. Like if 5 went off, the mushroom cloud would like, I guess,
Yeah, I hope that doesn't
Well, we've
happen.
blown
create a
them.
nuclear winter that would.
Yeah, we've blown them up before.
I know we have, yeah, but I think
Like-
there's like only a limit of radiation we can release into the earth.
Yeah, like testing them, we've blown a couple up.
Now listen to us. We sound like a bunch of fucking hippies.
Yeah.
Talking about radiation.
Oh, we
and
can't
climate
send
change.
any nukes.
Oh, nukes in the environment. What,
Yeah.
we're such losers.
Yeah.
But like if
But would you go to work the next day?
no, if North Korea nukes South Korea or even like attempts to, I'm like trying to get out of the blast radiuses. So New York City.
Yeah, New York City's the worst place for any like a
I'm
zombie
going-
apocalypse, nuclear war.
Interesting.
I got a bunker low key. You guys, no offense, can't come.
There are some of the buildings here that are like built old enough where they're radioactive,
You're
bunkers.
dunzo. Yeah, those were for bombs from back then.
I mean, yeah, these are from like 1950.
I would love to get to a
World War
bunker.
II.
If anybody has a bunker and they want to slide in my DMs, let me know.
The
Maybe if you're a hot girl with a bunker.
Target by you doubles as a bunker.
Really?
Yes, I've been down there with a girl. No, I haven't. I'm not.
I'd work remote.
We would all. We
Yeah,
can all
we'd all
agree
work remote.
If there was a nuclear attack, everyone in this office would work remote from home, right? Yep.
Yep.
Everyone's nodding their head. Yep. Okay. Count us in on that. And that's the rundown.